start by trying to extrude some filament. The process will be different for each printer. This is an Anycubic Kobra Neo, and if you have that printer, this video will show you every step. So we go to the extrude function, and we are going to watch the nozzle. And as you can see here, I cannot focus much better than this, but you can see that there is nothing coming out. At this stage, a thin filament of should be coming down. With no filament visible, your next step is to separate the print head from any connections. That includes both filament and power and data cables, as you can see here. The next step is to identify the screws that are required to remove, so you can remove your print head. In this case, for this printer, I'm showing you those screws here, and you can only need to remove 2, as the other 2 are just hangers, so you don't have to remove all 4 in the Kobra 2 Neo. So now that you have the head separated by itself, and I was showing you there are the 2 screws that remain on the system, this head is only held together by only using 4 screws, 2 that don't get removed and 2 that are needed to be fully removed. But now you have your head completely disassembled on your table, and this specific one has 2 parts. Here again I'm showing you the hooks. That makes installation much easier because the head sits there and gravity holds it in place. And here we go back to the head. I've started disassembling. I've removed the motor part. You can see it's laying there in the side, and the next step of course is to remove the cable. I was by myself and I don't have a great setting right now, but I could not do a great filming. I will improve this in the future. But once you discontinue, then the shroud with the fan can be removed, and now you have the extruder and the hot end. The extruder is the top, the hot end is the bottom part that starts with the little fins. It is black in color and starts with the little fins. At this stage you need to remove all the connections, all the cables, so the 2 pieces can become apart, the 2 parts. The extruder should separate from the hot end, so you can inspect and see if there are any blockages and where exactly they are. A blockage can be either on the extruder or in the hot end, so both need to be inspected. Be careful that if the cables are removed, you do not break any of the cables. The temperature sensors tend to be kind of sensitive, so make sure you do not break them, and make sure that they are unique. Each cable has a unique end, so you do not get confused when you put them back. If they do not, mark them in a way that will allow you to make sure the correct cable goes into the correct receptacle. And as you can see here, we are ready to start working. We have removed all the cables, we have separated completely the pieces, and we have the extruder on the top and the hot end in the bottom. The yellow looking thing is the sensor for the bed. This is what auto levels the printer, so be careful not to damage that. I'm showing you a detail on this specific printer, and the blue part is the pitot tube. This is what really helps the filament in. I'm trying to see here if there is anything stuck, and I cannot see anything stuck in this specific part of the tube, but of course that doesn't mean that it isn't. We are going to have to take that tube off to inspect it fully. Now I'm looking at the hot end part. You can see here, you cannot even see the small hole. It's very small, 0.4 millimeters, but I could not see anything visible here, and I cannot see anything visible on the top. I was showing you the top of the hot end. So I could not see anything right away that would cause the problem with the extrusion. I spent some time looking at it, and I was trying to focus so you can see that nothing was visible there. The little brass nozzle looks very bizarre on my machine. I've never seen that look. It looks like it is corroded, or I'm not really sure what's happening there, but it doesn't look very good in my opinion. If anything is in the extruder part, and that is visual look. So here we are looking inside my extruder, and as you can see, we see no chunks of filter, no stuck filter anywhere, and I always take the opportunity to a little blow vacuum the extruder just in case. Spend a lot of time here. You can see a little bit of purple sprinkles every now and then. I did use purple filament, 2 or 3 filaments back, so you can see it can remain there, so I did clean it very well. This definitely does not present a problem, but since we are there, cleaning it makes a lot of sense versus leaving it there and allowing for an opportunity to cake up and create problems in the future. Now I'm looking at this and I'm satisfied, so the next step will be to print. We put everything back together, reverse as we did the disassembly, and now I have a small model that I start printing. Most printers, definitely my printer, will do a little bit of leveling test, and it's going to go down and test, and you see it is satisfied where the table is, and then it's going to draw a little bit of filament, and then it's going to move sideways, and it's going to leave a little blob. Now this is a good indicator that you have no problems, but sometimes that blob is not there, but you still print fine. I switched the plate because my filament now is, as you can see, white, and it was not showing very well in my old plate, plus it needed to be clean. You can see here a very nice bit. The printer does exactly what is expected, and I have the habit of looking at the first few minutes of print, because this is where, if you have any problems, this is where they are going to appear. So right now I don't see anything concerning. It lays a very nice bit as I expect it to do, and after that I'm going to let it run, and I can tell you right now it created a very nice print. We had zero problems. I see a little bit of a sediment there, a different color filament, which is not uncommon after you clean the head because you have disturbed some of the dust in there. It did not cause any problem to the print, and it is not really a concerning thing for your printer. So run a print, usually not a very long print, because you don't want to waste much filament or a lot of time.